to another podcast vlog. I don't know what to call to this, I sincerely don't. It's a mix of podcast slash vlog. So the place that I'm gonna talk today, Ribeira de Pena, the north of Portugal, very close to home. And it's a place that I spent 5 years of my existence there to school because the primary school that was in my hometown just had the basics, fundamentals, and then when you progress through school and you get to that age of kinda, let's convert to the UK system the way that it works, like you kinda go forward towards the college years. My hometown didn't have the facilities to hold so many students or those levels or have the education on those levels, so you need to progress slowly either to Ribeira de Pena or other towns nearby that have those facilities. So Ribeira de Pena was the easiest commute and the easiest that my parents thought for me. Ended up moving there, like every day, commute there every day from my hometown, my humble hometown, to Ribeira de Pena. So 5 years of my life technically was from Monday to Friday, every day at school, learning. Normally college doesn't take that long, or 5 years, but because I failed maths, biology and physics, I ended up having to repeat those 2 years compared to the normal 3 years that I would have done college. So 5 years of my life that led to many stories, many adventures, many earliest days, if we wanna go straight forward to it, or maybe not. Maybe I will leave that suspense here, what I was about to tell you, and show you the photos of my Ribeira de Pena, the nearest place to my hometown, my humble hometown. And those photos were taken while I went recently with my dad. My dad had to deal with a lot of paperwork around there, because anything that is paperwork related, we need to get out of our town and try to sort elsewhere. So my dad went there to deal with a bunch of paperwork, and because he had to deal with that, I decided to, while he was there dealing with paperwork and a bunch of stuff, I was just like, okay, do you mind if I take I go for a little walk? The old days, the nostalgia, the remembering of the old days. So I just went for a walk. I had my compact camera in one hand, and I went for a couple of photos, the photos that you've seen here. I was not used to, after school, for me to spend time at the institutions that were teaching you. Because in my humble town, as soon as the lectures would finish, I would go straight home. My home was not that far, so I would walk home. I would just walk home. I didn't make loads of friends. I didn't pretend to make friends because I never cares too much. And that leads to what I will talk soon about it. Like, that correlates what I will talk soon about it. So I never cared about making friends. I was just caring of, I'm learning this, that's nice. As soon as this finish, I'm home. I don't care. I'm playing my video games, I'm happy. Whatever happiness means, I'm at home. But being in a town that is sort of 20 miles off from your humble town, the place that it's truly, it's a bit off from your humble town, it led to feeling alone. It led to feel depressed, to suddenly realize that what you've been trying to avoid now was chasing you. That was the time alone and what to do with it. The depression started to kick in at that time, or more signs of it started to show. Maybe it showed earlier through like primary school, all the stuff, because I avoid talking to people outside my regular hours of school, of learning, and I would go home. So probably was there. I was just throwing it under the carpet and that's it. Avoid the load of trash that is under the carpet. You can see it, but avoid it. So when you're confronted again because you can't hide more stuff in the carpet is full, under the carpet is full, and you can't ignore it anymore, is when like everything starts to kick in. Is when everything starts to be too much to deal with. I start wondering why? What am I doing with my life? Would anyone miss me? Yes, I've thought of it. I've I was this close to end my life. I was just a teenager. I was in my probably 13, 14 years old. And the pressure of, yeah, having people on your surroundings, yes, but you feel helpless. You feel that you can't fit in. You feel that the society, and I've given plenty of interviews for podcasts along the years that I've talked openly about it, that you, for school, for the education system, I don't understand why do we need all of this. Uh, Everyone says that if I don't do this, I will be no one. So I'm getting bullying left and right. I feel I don't belong anywhere. I feel that no one understands me. What am I doing in this earth? So at one point, as I said, I was at home and I grabbed scissors. I started to grab the scissors. I still remember vividly because it hurts me to think about that. Like, it really hurts me to think about that if my mom wouldn't intervene in that circumstances, I wouldn't be here talking to you. I would be just another statistics of a young kid that killed himself. I was almost close to cut my wrists. Fuck it, that's it. Why not? I thought of it. Was a long planning. Was I thought the easiest way to get rid of me, without ever thinking of the burden that would be in my parents, because not because they didn't care, they just didn't understood what was happening. They didn't understood that I was going through all of this. And my mom entered the room. She says, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm just gonna end my life. Sorry, but I can't deal with this anymore." I was crying. My mom starts crying, takes the scissors away, and gives me a huge hug and says, "Don't do that. It's not worthy. Life will be better."